Hello everyone, this is Hers and you are watching WPA World. In this chapter we are going to learn about abstraction. What is abstraction and how to achieve the abstraction. Abstraction is a process of hiding the internal detail and showing only the functionality. For example, motorbike brakes. We know what a brake does. Whenever we apply the brake, it will stop the motorbike. However, the working of the brake is kept hidden from us, right? The major advantage of hiding the working of the brake is that the manufacturer can implement brake differently for different bikes. However, what a bike does will be same. Abstraction can be achieved by two ways. We can achieve abstraction using abstract class and interface. Abstract class and interface both can have abstract method which are necessary for abstraction. What is abstract method? A method which is declared abstract and has no body is called abstract method. It can be declared inside the abstract class only. Means whenever we declare the abstract method, the class should be abstract. Its implementation must be provided by the drive class. Let's see with an example. I will create a class called bike. Here I will declare one method called break. Void break. If we want to declare a method abstract, then we have to use the abstract keyword. Any method which is abstract will not have any definition of this method inside this class. And if you define the method abstract, then we have to define class as abstract, otherwise it will give the compile time error. As for abstract method, we have to write the definition in child class, right? So we have to make it as public or protected. I will define it as public. Now let's see. This method is abstract, but it's contained in non-abstract type, right? If you declare any abstract method, then the class should also have abstract keyword, means class will be abstract class. Okay, like that we can declare the abstract method, and to make a class abstract, we have to use the abstract keyword. Now I will create one class called xBike, which will inherit from bike class, and here we have to define the method, means we have to write the definition of this method. Okay, otherwise it will give the compile time error. See, xbike does not implement inherited abstract member, right? So we have to inherit. We can use this implement abstract class method. Okay, like this we can override that method, means we are writing the definition of break method inside the xbike. Console dot write line xbike break. Okay, now I will define one class which will be ybike type. Okay, now here I will say ybike break. Okay, abstract method by default virtual, so we can't use the virtual keyword here, otherwise it will give the compile time error. Okay, means the method which is virtual, that method we can override in child class, right? And for abstract class we can't create an object, but abstract class can have a constructor. What is the use of constructor? We can initialize some variable of this class using this constructor, right? But we can't create the object of bike class because it is abstract. Now I will call the xBike break method and ybike break method from the program class. I will create an object of xBike class. Okay, like that, and we can call the break method of xBike class like that. Okay, and for ybike also we can create an object and we can call the ybike break method. Let's run and see the result. See here, xbike break, ybike break method calls, right? We can have non-abstract method inside the abstract class. Okay, we can define display or run method. I will define it as public, and here I will call bike run. See, there is no error, means abstract class can have abstract method as well as non-abstract method. But if you declare any method abstract, then the class should have abstract keyword. Now let's call this run method from program class. Because we are inheriting this abstract class from the xbike, that's why we can call the run method. Let's run and see. See, run method calls, right? Now we will see what is interface and how to define the interface. Interface is a blueprint of a class. It is like abstract class because all the methods which are declared inside the interface are abstract methods. It can't have method body and can't be instantiated. It is used to achieve fully abstraction because it can't have method body. But in abstract class, we can have method body, like we can have abstract method as well as non-abstract method, right? But interface, we can't have any non-abstract method. All the method which is present in interface must be implemented from the class where we want to implement that interface. The class which implements the interface must provide the implementation of all the method declared inside the interface. Interface methods are public and abstract by default. You can't explicitly use public and abstract keyword for interface. Now we will see how to define the interface. I will create one interface from here. We'll search interface. Okay. I will call it as iBike. Whenever we create the interface, we should start from I. Okay, now let's add it. Now interface is created. I want to create it as public. Okay. I will do same thing what I did in abstract class. So I will copy the code from abstract class bike. I will copy this method and paste here. This is how we can define the interface. You can see this is interface keyword. Using interface keyword, we can define the interface. This is the method which is by default public and abstract. Now if we want to define any class and we want to implement this interface, then we can implement like this. Let's say class xBike 1 and then iBike. Okay. And we need to implement this interface, otherwise it will give the compile time error. Now we have to implement this method here like that. Like this we can implement. Okay. Same for yb class, ybike class 1. Okay. Like that we can implement. I will give the same message here. Not this one, this thing. Now I will create object of xBike1 and yBike1 using the iBike reference. Okay, how to do that? I will use iBike reference create bike x equal to new xBike1. Okay, like that we can create an object of xBike1 and initialize this to iBike reference. Okay, like that we will do for y. Okay, now we can call the method bike x dot break. Okay, and then bike y dot break. Like that we can call. Okay, now let's run and see the result. See here, this is from interface xBike and yBike, right? I will change the value here 1 and 1 and see xBike 1 break, yBike 1 break, right? In the same way we can do for abstract class as well. How to do that? We can use the reference of abstract class here. Okay, and we can create the object of xBike or yBike. Let's see xBike bike run, yBike right. Like that we can use the interface or abstract class reference to initialize the object. Before C# 8.0 interface only contains the declaration of members. But from C# 8.0 it is allowed to add member as well as their implementation to the interface. Now we are allowed to add a method with their implementation to the interface without breaking the existing implementation of interface. Such type of method is known as default interface method, also known as virtual extension method. The main benefits of default method is that it allows us to add functionality to the interface of our libraries and ensure the backward compatibility with code written for older version of those interface. Let's see with an example. Now I want to define this bike method inside the interface. This is how we can define an interface. This we can do in 8.0 or later version of C#. I am using 9.0 version. You can see the version of C# using this tag error version. If you can see here, the compile version, language version is 9.0, right? That's why I am able to define the method with implementation in interface. In interface, after .o, we can make it as private. We can also make use of public keyword. We can use abstract keyword in the method. But when you define the method as abstract, then we can't write the definition of the method. We have to use like this. Even if you are not using the abstract keyword, it is by default abstract method. Okay. You can define the protected method inside the interface. Let's define. Okay. Void run. And we can also have the definition of this method. We can also have the constructor in interface, but we can't define the instance constructor. You can see the error, compile time error. Interfaces contain instance constructors, right? So we can make a static constructor, then it will work. It will not give the error. So we can also use the static keyword inside the interface. Means we can define any data member static in the interface after the C# 8.0 version. That's all for this video. If you found this video helpful, let's share with your friends.